breathing has been shown to alter personality. That's right. Breathing can alter personality in positive ways that allow anyone to show up to the various social and non-social endeavors of their life with more calm, more focus, alertness, and improve their overall health. What is normal, healthy breathing? Normal, healthy breathing is breathing about 6 liters of air per minute, is about 12 shallow-ish breaths. And when I say shallow, I just mean, casually breathing in, out, in, out. The studies that have explored the breathing patterns have shown that most people breathe far too much per minute, that they're engaging in anywhere from 15 to 20 or even 30 shallow breaths per minute. So they are vastly over-breathing relative to how they should be breathing. And when people overbreathe, their brain becomes hyperexcitable at the level of the background noise, and yet they are less efficient at detecting and learning information, at focusing, and so on. The correct pattern of breathing is going to involve 2 things. First of all, nasal breathing, because of the resistance it provides through the nose, is going to deliver more oxygen. And also what you find is that people that are breathing in the proper, healthy manner are also taking pauses between breaths. Those pauses between breaths often are not present from people's baseline breathing patterns, and as a consequence, they overbreathe. So next, I'd like to address how you or anyone can adjust their normal patterns of breathing from an unhealthy to an unhealthy state. But the first thing we have to do, of course, is determine whether or not you're already breathing in an unhealthy or in a healthy way. In order to do this, we're going to do a simple test. I encourage you to sit down. I suppose you also could do it standing. And we are going to do what's called the carbon dioxide tolerance test. What you're going to do is for the next 10 seconds or so while I'm speaking, you're just going to breathe normally. Just inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. You don't have to deliberately slow your breathing or increase the cadence of your breathing. What I'm going to ask you to do in a few minutes is I'm going to ask you to inhale through your nose as deeply as you possibly can. That is, you're going to fill your lungs as much as you can, and then start a timer and measure how long it takes for you to deliberately control that exhale until your lungs are empty. Okay, so this is going to be a controlled exhale through the nose after a big deep breath. I've got a stopwatch here. So please prepare to do the big inhale and start inhaling now. So inhale as deeply as you can through your nose, fill your lungs as much as you can. Okay, now start, meaning slowly control the exhale through your nose. I'm just going to call out every 10 or 15 seconds or so. And you want to note when your lungs are empty. I know you can hold your breath with your lungs empty. That is not an accurate measure, 15 seconds. It is important that you note when your lungs are empty and that you're trying to control the exhale as much as possible so that you don't arrive at that lungs empty time too quickly. I'll explain what too quickly means. 30 seconds. Okay. For those of you that have already reached lungs empty, please go back to breathing normally. For those of you that haven't, you can hang in here a little longer. If you're still discarding that air, 45 seconds. And we're rounding toward a minute, not quite there. Some of you are probably still letting out that air. I want to point out none of this has to do with cardiovascular fitness level, at least not in any kind of direct way. And 60 seconds. And I realize there will be a small subset of you out there that are still exhaling your air in a slow exhale manner through the nose. Okay, so what we just did is a back of the envelope carbon dioxide discard rate. If it took you 20 seconds or less to expel all your air, you have a relatively brief or low carbon dioxide tolerance. If it took you somewhere between 25 and 40, maybe 45 seconds, then you have a moderate level of carbon dioxide tolerance. And if, for instance, you were able to go 50 seconds or longer, you have a fairly high degree of carbon dioxide tolerance. Now, here's the deal. If you had low carbon dioxide tolerance, you're going to write down the number 3. If you had moderate levels of carbon dioxide tolerance, you're going to write down the number 5, or you could even put 5 to 6. And then if you are in that bracket of people that was able to discard your air over a period of 50 seconds or more, you're going to write down the number 8 to 10. Now you're going to do 2 minutes of what most people would call box breathing. That's an exercise that you can do even just once or twice a week and greatly improve your efficiency of breathing and shift yourself away from over breathing when at rest, even if you're not thinking about how you're breathing at rest. And you're getting that 6 liters of air per minute or so using fewer and fewer breaths over time. What is box breathing? Box breathing are equal duration, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, repeat. How long do you inhale and then hold, exhale, and then hold? Well, you now know. If you were in the low group of carbon dioxide discard rate, your inhale is going to be 3 seconds, your hold will be 3 seconds, your exhale will be 3 seconds, and then you repeat 3 seconds. So each side of the box, if you will, is going to be 3 seconds long. If you were in the moderate carbon dioxide discard rate category, then you're going to inhale for 5 to 6 seconds, hold for 5 to 6, exhale for 5 to 6, hold for 5 to 6, repeat for about 2 minutes. You could do 3 minutes if you want, but I think it's important to have protocols that are feasible for most people. And that's going to mean doing things for about 2 to 5 minutes when it comes to these breath rehabilitation exercises for restoring normal breathing. And then, of course, if you are in the long category of carbon dioxide discard rate, you should be able to do an 8 to 10 second inhale, 8 to 10 second hold, 8 to 10 second exhale, 8 to 10 second hold, and repeat. Okay.